When I tapped into the collective, you guys, the first thing I got was someone wanting to knock every single card, every deck that I have on this table off, because I separate my tarot and my oracle so that there's a clear divide, and it's very clear when spirit comes through or your ancestors come through where they want to go first. And I just saw a hand swipe them, and it's like a swipe like out of anger, almost like when a kid is upset that they can't play the game or they don't understand the board game, so they flip the entire table. But I got told, this is very specific, I've done it again, I haven't put my light on. Why do I keep forgetting? I'm so sorry. I got told this is someone that you used to smoke with, because I picked this up, and the way I picked it up to light it, it was like, and I heard the word ganja as well. So not saying 420, not saying WEED, ganja, okay? This is someone that you may have smoked with. This may have been someone that you didn't smoke with, but they smoked a lot of 420 when you knew them or when you hung with them. And this person wears rings on their fingers. They have like chunky rings. It doesn't have to be all of the fingers, but that's going to be very telling for someone here if this is your reading or not, by that, the rings on their fingers and the fact that they use specific words like ganja to name trees that you can smoke. Now, the message that's come through here, we have no weapons forged against me shall prosper. So you have a lot of angelic protection around you right now. I heard mama something. This person may have gone to, they've gone to some sort of like priestess or priest, but it's in a specific culture. It could be hoodoo, it could be voodoo, it could be neither, but I am getting that it's from a minority culture. I can't say any more than that because I don't know, but I feel like it ain't white. It's not white. It's not from a white culture, if that makes sense. And I say that with most respect. I don't know. It could be African. It could be Jamaican. Whoever they've gone to has a lot of knowledge that's been passed down from their ancestors to their ancestors to their ancestors. And this person's very, very good at, I think this person could be like a medicine woman or something along those lines. I just saw a pestle and mortar and something being crushed inside it. Now, that's not the person that swiped their hand across. I feel like they have gone to someone who is more mature than them, that has more patience, that is more balanced and calm. We do have here, but the thing is, it makes no difference. It's irrelevant whether the person who is very practiced in their traditions and how they do their spiritual practice is of light or not. It's irrespective, because there's angelic protection around you. I'm just letting you know. I'm just painting the scene for you, okay? What do you truly want to receive? Invoke it. So someone here has definitely gone to someone, and I don't know if they're actually doing a spell on you. It feels like it's more they're doing some sort of soothing balm on the person who was like throwing a fit or crashing out or trying to knock all of the cards off of the table. Like, they don't want to be read. I just don't want to know. There is definitely divination in play, but whether there is spell work towards you is yet to be determined. Right now it seems like they've gone to auntie, or they've gone to somebody, or grandma, or they've gone to someone who is an elder who can give them some sort of information here. They didn't get something. They didn't get, because I thought at first it was that them wanting to block you from getting something, but right now it seems like they haven't been able to manifest something, because what we have here is it's all about the money manifestation, lump sum, large payout forecast, but it's in reverse. So they may have been going through all of the motions of trying to do something here, and it is attached to you. There's something about your money weather forecast, money coming towards you, which is angelically being protected. I'm seeing that. I've seen it before It looks like a guardian standing by a door, and it's to do with your Akashic records. And it's standing and it's protecting some sort of information here on your well of success, or your well of having that Midas touch. How do you do it? This person was definitely trying to get in there and figure that out, and it didn't work. You have Ilwaz at the bottom here, which is a Nordic rune, the Elder Futhok, and it's in the upright bright stave, which says change, initiation, confrontation of inner and outer fears, force, purpose, need to acquire, regeneration and rebirth, winter, death, transformation. So there's some sort of transformation that's happening for you, and it's not happening for them. It's not happening for them. Oh, it feels like this person wants to, do you know, I just got really loud. It feels like this person wants to come in and shout. And I must apologize now if I come across as a bit jittery, because I ordered myself an iced latte. I forgot to tell them that I wanted it decaf, and I got halfway through this and I was like, why am I so pumped? Ooh! And then I realized it was the caffeine. Oh my gosh, seriously, I have a little bit of caffeine and I'm like a toddler with a lollipop, and that sugar rush hits. I should introduce myself. My name is Bronwen. This is Bronwen's Cove Tarot 111. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's good to have new faces always. We will scooch up and make some space for you, okay? If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, it's good to have you back. I am going to be ringing this bell. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device because it can get quite loud. In 3, 2, and in 1. Honestly, before I started this reading, I had to get like a little bit of my energy out because I was like really hyped up on this, and it tastes so good that I can't get rid of it. So why am I telling you that? There's a reason why. There's the rhyme and reason for everything, right? So they may be like pouring their heart out to this auntie or this person that's giving them this soothing balm. I think that they are taking advice, but they're not taking exactly the steps in that advice from that auntie, from that high priestess or high priest, in the way that they mean it. It's like saying, you know, or you've asked for some advice and we think that maybe you should go for a walk in the park or go somewhere in nature so that you can kind of ground yourself and kind of calm your energy down and let your nervous system know that it's safe. And they take from that they're supposed to just isolate themselves. So I'm just going to isolate myself. I'm not going to be around anyone because everyone sucks. And that's what I'm getting here. Whatever advice was given to this person, they're taking it as an attack. They may have taken something that you said as an attack. We have got limiting views coming out. You are wrong, I am right. And then we have psychosis coming out as well. They don't agree with something that you've said, but they may have taken it very, very personal. And this person, it's like they have a bone to pick with you. But look, exposing the narcissist early, this is why. This is why they're flipping the table or wanting to knock all the cards over, or I don't want to hear it. Because you've hit the nail on the head on something here, and it's hit a nerve. It's touched a nerve. You may have said something, you may have blogged something, you may have uploaded or posted something that it hits so close to home about an insecurity that they have. Speak it into reality by believing you already have it. Do you know what? This person can't stand that you manifest-ish so quickly. You manifest something like this. This person, I don't feel like they're your copycat. This is not coming across as copycat. It's coming across as someone from a lower timeline. And that's not to say, oh my gosh, I'm up here and you're down there and peasant, excuse me. It's just that this is somebody that your energy does not vibrate with anymore. It does not resonate with. This could have been a teenage friendship. It could have been a childhood friendship. It could have been a cousin that you used to always hang out with, but now you don't see eye to eye, or you've just drifted apart, and they still feel a type of way. There is definitely an energy of comparison, not so much competition as comparison. And like, for example, when I was younger, when I was in my 20s, I have never, like, the least part of my body that I enjoy is my stomach. I mean, I love my body. I've come to love my stomach. But when I was in my 20s, I could not stand the fact that I had a jiggly belly, even though it was only tiny little bit jiggly. Seriously, I was like that girl out of White Chicks that when they're in the changing rooms and she's like, look at me, I'm a whale. That bit. And I remember watching that film and cackling, because that was me. That I'd be walking down the road and I didn't even realize I was doing it. As women would walk past, I'd look at their stomachs to see if it was like mine. And it's not because I was like, oh no, they're prettier than me. It was, is the way that my body is shaped, is that normal? Is it the normal thing that everyone else has? And I feel like that's the energy we're getting here, of somebody who is comparing themselves. They're not competing with you, but they're comparing their abilities. They're comparing some sort of skill set here. They're comparing something, and they're getting very, very frustrated that they're not able to create the results that they want in the way that you do. Okay? And it feels like, I don't know, I have a bone to pick with you. Why? Why do they have a bone to pick with you? What do they want to tell the collective? Please and thank you. Okay. Big baby. They think you're a big ass baby. Excuse my language. They think that you are a bubba. We have here, but can you see how caffeine makes me go all goofy? We have big baby coming out here. We have paralysis of initiation, non-starters waiting for the next bad thing, and survival. So this person may... Oh... Do you know what I've got from this? I did a reading not that long ago talking about somebody who... they will have like these grand ideas to do things in their life, and they may voice them, and then they just don't do anything with it. And then you may have been someone who was like on their level at that time, where you'd have similar interests or similar aspirations, similar ambitions, and they'd be like, oh, I'm gonna dye my hair purple, and a week later you're like, purple sounds great. And not because you want to copy them, just because purple sounds great, and you dye your hair, and they'd be like, I can't believe it, why are you copying me? And you won. It feels like, rather than there being competition, again, just comparison. So this paralysis of initiation, non-starters waiting for the next bad thing, and survival. This person, didn't I say that this person, the advice they were given is to calm down their nervous system, because this person is in fight, flight, freeze and fawn all the flipping time, all the time. It seems like this person may be a witch, irrespective of gender. And I feel it's not so much that they are a dark witch. They may class themselves as a grey witch, like they are trying to walk the path of light, but their shadow keeps pulling them into darkness. They think that you're a big baby. They think that when you talk about the vulnerabilities of yourself and how you heal, they're like, wow, 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 whatever. But that's a defense mechanism. When somebody dismisses, this is my opinion, okay, just from experience, it's not fact, but when people dismiss you being vulnerable in a way that is emotionally mature, and they try to dismiss that or diminish it or make it smaller, it's because they haven't yet got to a point in their life where they have the emotional skills to be able to deal with what it is that you're saying to them, because that then is a reflection of self. They then have to look at parts of themselves that may actually be reflected back in what you're saying. Some people aren't ready for that, so they mock. So they go, whatever, oh, you're so sensitive. You're a big baby. I'd rather be a big baby than somebody who is emotionally shut off, right? We also have rage, and we also have obsession. So I knew this person was a witch. I could feel it. And I feel like whoever they're going to get this advice is telling them that this is not, it's not the direction that they want to be going in. Okay? We have rage, hurting thyself, projecting pain, hexes, chaos, and schmexually imbalance with Medusa. Now, Medusa... Medusa has been pigeonholed as a monster, as somebody who is scary. And like I used to watch Jason and the Argonauts all the time as a kid because it used to come on around Christmas, and I absolutely loved that film. And there is a bit with Medusa in it where, you know, her head's cut off in the end and she's like this scary thing, but really the story is about survival after being essayed, you know. And if you, I'm not going to go into that right now, but you can always Google, you know, Medusa's essayed story and how she's actually now seen as like this martyr for those who have been through that. It does feel like this person, whoever this is, they may have had some really negative experiences in their life before. They may have been through certain things. You may have been through certain things. And what I'm getting here is that someone in the collective did not allow it to define them as a person. Maybe it did for a while, but you've been able to work through that and still hold space for it. This person may have found that very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. And that there's something here about being exposing the narcissist, but also exposing the insecurities and the wounds. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like that you are open, that you are calm, that you are mature, that you are the things that they wish they could be. That they just keep comparing themselves to you. It feels like this person wants to have like a big, big conversation with you. And I'm getting the energy of when you allow your divine feminine energy to become distorted in how it tells you stories and makes assumptions on other people and what their intent is, when you haven't actually spoken to them. It's just an assumption. And there's that saying, isn't it? Assumptions make an arse out of you and me. And this is what I'm getting, that this person has built in their head. And this is not to dismiss the fact that they may have gone through pain. It's to state that that pain is theirs to carry and theirs to heal. And it's got nothing to do with you. Them wanting to compare themselves, them wanting to say, well, it's your fault, it must be your fault, you're a big baby, and, you know, defense mechanism, that's got nothing to do with you. So why are they involving you? Because here we have obsessed, death spells, deviant sexual thoughts about you, polyamorous, love spells, and sexual dreams. So this person is playing with energy that is pulling their vibrations down even more. I am getting something about tobacco smoke, like burning tobacco for ancestors. You may do that. You may be, that may resonate for you to do that as an offering. The auntie or the high priestess that they've been going to or speaking to may actually burn certain herbs for their ancestors. They have been told you've got debt coming out here. Yeah, this person's in debt. This person doesn't have a lot. They may go to this person quite a lot, you know. They want to have it out with you because they've built in their mind like a scenario that this is the way it is and it's your fault that they feel the way that they do. It's all about the money. Tell me about this one, please. Thank you. Invest. Up or down? Up. So they invested in something here. They put a lot of money into something and they lost it. Exposing the narcissist early. Clarity, please. Please and thank you. Yeah. I am a dark witch and I love the chaos I create. So this person is a grey witch, but they do push themselves towards being more harmful. And it seems like this person over here is trying to help them, but they're not listening. The law of abundance is working in your favor. This is what I mean. This person, when you knew this person, they had the same opportunities, the same potential to create and manifest what they wanted, but they wouldn't get out of their own way. They wouldn't get out of their own way. Seriously. And I can remember when I was younger and I'd hear like inspirational podcasts or whatever talking about the law of abundance and like get out of your own way. I didn't understand what that meant. Like, what do you mean get out of my own way? How do I get out of my own way? And it's when we build the hurdles, this is just my opinion, not fact, but when we build those obstacles that are unnecessary, when we tell ourselves that we can't, that we won't, that it's too much, and we make excuses to not start a project, to not jump off of that that edge and trust that we're going to be caught is when we go, I can't. We're getting in our own way because we're allowing those insecurities to take over. We're allowing uncertainty, the fear of uncertainty, to take over. And this person has been doing this probably their entire life. And they're watching you and going, but how come you've been able to do this, this and this? And it feels like you talking about this and then talking about a specific wound that maybe you had. They're seeing this as like almost like a message that's been like, you have to read between the lines. And it's like, no, there's no message in between the lines. I'm not getting that anyone in the collective that's watching this is passive aggressive. I cannot with passive aggression. Say what you need to say. If you don't like me, don't like me. I'll respect you enough for being direct and honest, because passive aggression is for cowards. Sorry. Not sorry. And this person, I feel like they've been sitting in cowardice. The law of abundance isn't working in your favor. They can't stand this for you. They literally cannot. Wow. Tell me about this big baby energy. Mirror image. Did we not talk about the reflection of self coming from your words or their actions? Mirror image. You are mirroring back to them their own thoughts, their own feelings, their own words. Wow, wow, wow. And they're blocked from you. These angels have blocked them big time, because their rage, their anger, that's theirs, and it's theirs to deal with. You are not responsible for them. Oh, excuse me. You're not responsible for them. Where would you like me to go? More. Okay, I'm being told to take more. Do you want me to take these? Okay, I've been told to kind of like cut it off. So let's have a look. I do feel like this person wants to speak to you, like actually have, but they're going to end up having, they're going to find it difficult to just have a conversation. It feels like when someone hasn't had a boundary and they then enforce a boundary, it goes from 0 to 100. So rather than just saying no, they go, no, oh my God, when someone asks them something, you know. And that's what I'm getting here. Wanting to have a conversation, wanting to be assertive, wanting to tell you how they feel about you saying blah, 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 or putting up your blog up or putting whatever up on online. And it's going to end up with them trying to shout at you and have a go at you in public. But I do think that you're going to like tell them about themselves in a very clear, concise and curt way. Okay? A very respectful but don't F with me way. Tell me about the angelic protection against this rage. Disappointment in a friend or lover. So like I said, this is a friend from your past. And it's sad that this person doesn't know how to express themselves. Tell me about these death spells when it comes to what do you want. I feel like they're blocking themselves. They are blocking themselves because they're trying to manifest while also sending you they're sending you this stuff. They're sending you all of this weird stuff, right? You got come to me on there as well. And then they're wondering why their manifestation isn't working. Too much concern with sexual matters. This person may be very attracted to you. They may feel like you rejected them. Tell me about invest. And it's all about the moolah. Thank you. Months coming out here, June. So they invested a lot of money in trying to get, I think they were trying to get your attention. This is a lot of comparison here, but they're trying to get your attention and they went about it in the wrong way. Very controlling, very sneaky, very weird, and not like a cool weird, like you're a cool weirdo, like weird. Like the police need to watch you weird. June coming out. So they invested in something in June and it drained all of their money. So I heard it's not meant to be. It wasn't meant to be anyway. This person has a lot of work that they have to do on themselves. Tell me about the exposing the narcissist early. This, I am a dark witch and I love the chaos I create. I'll take this one. Tell me about the exposing the narcissist early, please. Thank you. The astral house of success. You did. You exposed them. You may have exposed them to a group of people. They're embarrassed. They are embarrassed. This is not just about them feeling seen by you. It's being seen by many. Stop. Oh my goodness. You may be none the wiser to this, you know. You may be none the wiser. Tell me about the law of abundance. You have here indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. This is what I mean. They haven't found an aim. They haven't found a goal. They are definitely not on their path of purpose. And I think they can feel this. And they don't like that you can see past their mask. They don't like it. Even energetically, you can see past their mask. Tell me about this mirror image. Happiness is in reverse. Yeah, this is all just projection. Tell me about disappointment in the front. I've been told to stop, actually. Okay, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to leave it here. I hope that gave you the confirmation and clarity that you needed, that you already intuitively knew. I wanted to ask one more question, actually, before I go, because it's such a short reading. What do you want the collective to do with this information? What would you like the collective to do with this information, please, Spirit? New home, new attention. New home and new attention. New home, new attitude is coming out. Can I get one more, please? What would you like the collective to do with this information? Thank you. Announcement. You're going to be moving soon. I feel like this person is coming towards you in an aggressive way. Not physically aggressive, but they're going to end up knowing where you live, and I think that you are going to move. That's why this is a very specific reading, because this is not going to be for all, okay? But you're going to move so that they actually do not know where you are, which I think is really good. Anything else? What does the collective need to know? Taking a vacation physically or mentally. What does the collective need to do with this information, please? What would you like them to do with this information, please? Please and thank you. Anything? Birth or concept of a child or enterprise. Okay, but this came out in reverse. Okay, so this person is blaming you maybe for their bankruptcy, for their something about like their entrepreneurship project or job falling through, because of something that you said, that you blogged, that you put up, that really shone a light on their darker tendencies, and maybe even on a mask that they were wearing. You have here a meeting with a stranger could be important. So yeah, they feel like they lost out because of you, but the Most High is going to remove you from any potential danger. So please know that. Please, please, please know that. That one jumped out as well. Great passion is coming through here. And one more, please. One more. Look at the big baby. A chain of events that will affect your life. But it's upside down. This will not affect your life. And the part about moving home and keeping that to yourself is very specific, okay? That will not be for all. So I'm going to leave it there now. I hope that gave you the confirmation and clarity that you needed, that you already intuitively knew. If you are new to this channel and this resonated for you and you'd like to see more of my content, and you'd like to see when I post, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can see exactly that. If you are a returning subscriber, soul family, hearts, kisses, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.